home is now behind you. The world is ahead.
Ethan, I'm so happy to see you again.
Thank you.
First of all, tell me about this new way of shooting, the new technique.
Movies since 1927 have been shot at 24 frames a second, and today we don't have to do that. And really, it's only in the last year or 2 years that the technology exists with digital projectors and cameras that we can increase the frame rate. So we've doubled it from 24 frames to 48 frames a second. That might not seem like anything, but it creates a very different experience. It doesn't look like the film that you're used to seeing. It has much more reality. It feels like you've cut a hole in the back of the cinema, taken the screen away, and you're looking into a window of the real world. That I find very exciting. I mean, as a filmmaker, you know, the fact you can make a fantasy film like The Hobbit have more reality to it and have audiences participate more in the film is exciting.
So don't you think it's like fantasy and reality at the same time could be, I mean, not in the same page?
No, I think that, I mean, I've always tried to make fantasy real. I think that Tolkien wrote these books almost like history books. I mean, there's dragons and orcs and, you know, creatures and trolls in them, but there's an authentic feel to Tolkien's writing. And on The Lord of the Rings, I tried to make it feel as real as I possibly could.
Hello, welcome to the first of our blogs on the making of The Hobbit. It's amazing to be back here again.
Also, I like that you are totally update for these times. With the world is changing with the social media and the networking and Twitter, Facebook. Your video blog is amazing, so the idea to do it and to share with the regular audience, how was it?
Well, I mean, that's just a lot of fun, really. It doesn't, I don't really know what impact it has on the movie eventually, but I just think that there's so many people now that are interested in the process of making film.
Action. Cut, lovely. Hi, welcome to our new blog. This time, we thought we'd talk a little bit about 3D.
When I was young, 30 years ago, I used to read magazines like Starlog and Famous Monsters of Filmland and Fangoria, and I used to look at every behind-the-scenes photograph I could, and that's what existed then. And so there's, you know, the kids today, they like seeing information about how you make films. And so for me, it was really just a way of sharing the experience of making The Hobbit with anybody that was interested.
La ciudad está paralizada, hay un gran evento gracias al estreno mundial del Señor de los Anillos, El Retorno del Rey, y les cuento que hay un desfile por las calles de Wellington aquí en Nueva Zelanda con todos los actores.
I remember when I went to New Zealand for the Return of the King, the whole country is the Lord of the Rings. It's like everything is there, and we went to the museum and you got all the props and customs. So do you storage the whole thing and, you know, use it again, or you build everything again from scratch?
We use some things again. Bag End, the set, and parts of Rivendell. This where Elrond's chamber was a set that we had in storage that we pulled out and we rebuilt because the script we needed it in the script. We had to go back to the same place. But most of it's built again. Most of it's new. Excuse me. The dwarves in this movie, they're not characters from the Lord of the Rings, and so they all had to have new weapons and new costumes and things. There was a lot of props and costumes that don't have anything to do with Lord of the Rings that we need to build, but we've got it all in storage. All the Lord of the Rings stuff's still in storage. I just have warehouses of it. I'm almost running out of warehouses.
Wow. Someday I'll be there. Yep.
Someday we'll do a museum. Someday we'll have a great museum in New Zealand is what I'd love to do.
So, good idea.